Game of Thrones is back on television, and this is my review of Series 7, Episode 1. The episode was rather slow, but that was to be expected. The first episode of the series is, as usual, reintroducing us, the audience, to the characters. The dialogue is very heavily weighted towards what happened in the last series, and it gives us a chance to reconnect. But there was one scene in the episode which really didn't work, and if you saw it, you'll know the one I'm talking about. Arya Stark is riding her horse through the forest and happens across a party of soldiers, one of which is singing. And the singing soldier is Ed fucking Sheeran. The glorified busker has got a cameo in Game of Thrones. And I wouldn't mind, except that scene has fuck all to do with the rest of the episode, aside from one line where Arya explains that she's going to kill the Queen, which we already fucking knew. The whole scene has been contrived just to get Ed Sheeran onto the show. Now, I love Game of Thrones. I like it because of the fantastically complicated interweaving plots, the depth of the characters, the wonderful scenery, the costumes, the CGI, but mostly I watch it for the sex and gratuitous violence. And be honest, so do you. So, those 3 or 4 minutes spent with Ed Sheeran are 3 or 4 minutes which we could have spent watching someone's head explode. But here's a really horrible thought. What if it wasn't just a cameo? What if Ed Sheeran now has a regular role in Game of Thrones? And if that's the case, HBO will need to do something fucking spectacular to compensate for it. Now, what I would really like to see is the Stark sisters, Sansa and Arya, graphically lesing it off. Now, you might think that's a bit sick and perverted, but let's get it in context. First of all, the two actresses, Maisie Williams and Sophie Turner, they're both in their 20s. Secondly, they're not really related, they just act as siblings. And thirdly, even if that did happen, there's no way it'd be as weird as some of the other stuff that's already happened on Game of Thrones. So let's get a petition going. Let's see the Stark sisters scissoring. I should be fucking locked up.